Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Randy Prizzle's Lincoln Ting with me, Randy Prizzle. How you guys all doing out there? Everything good, shway, crispy, airy. But you know what we're usually here for? The linking and the tinging. My quest to find a gal through dating apps. To see what I go on and see, obviously, respond and react to what has been said on profiles. So let's go. Floriana. Floriana is saying you should leave a comment if your food is high up on your list of important things along with oxygen. I agree. Food is important. Food, glorious food. All of that, all of that, all of that. Still, I mean, food for me is one of the most important things. Obviously, for everyone, you need food to survive. But Joe, for me, I'm a big man. You know what I mean? Got the pudginess. So I call myself pudgy budgy as well. You know, I might like to chow down on the food and that. So I like to eat. You know what I mean? I like to eat. You know what I mean? We all like to eat out there. Is what it is. Like I'm Jay Uso and like eating and all them things and that. But we like to eat. And that's what it is. Eating is good for the soul. It's good for the feelings. It's good for all of that. But using too much, then you're probably not able to walk properly. You're waddling like a duck and that. You don't want to be doing the quack quack stuff. But anyways, the next thing. She's 32, 5'3". She works in higher education. She says, I'm looking for someone who can remember special dates, can work his way around a kitchen, and enjoys exploring new sites as much as a Netflix binge day. I don't mind doing all of that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, remembering special dates. I'm not so good in the brain with remembering much stuff. Quite insane in the membrane, if you get my drift. Do you know what I mean? Losing all the even now, memories and that. You know what I mean? Like the Nirvana's memories. Memories are failing, man. You know what I mean? Literally. Walked in the room 1 minute and then literally forgot what I was going there for. You know, it's one of them ones, but still. You know, but yeah, I will try. I'll have to jot it down in the diary or something so I remember what the birthday is and all that, like the Michael Jackson stuff. Do you remember? Well, hopefully I do. Otherwise, you have a permission to leave my ass if I don't remember your birthday and that. Do you know what I mean? Because literally, if I can't surprise you on your birthday, then best believe, leave me hanging. Do you know what I mean? But kitchen, yes, I do the kitchen stuff. I can do the throw down in the kitchen, cook and all of that. People say, what's your special dish? Usually pasta and meatballs and that stuff. That's piss easy. Talk about stuff that's piss easy. Meatballs and pasta. Can't you cook anything exotic like a jambalaya or flipping gumbo? No. I can cook jollof rice. So you come round, man, you get some nice jollof rice. Man can do that for you and all of that. But yes, I do mine tastily. You know what I mean? Like to make it seasoned to the greatest of beyonds. Because certain people then, they don't, you know, go to extra cares with their jollof. But anyways, I'm not going to go too much into that. But anyways, yeah, binging Netflix. Yeah, man is already on the you know what I mean? I'm on the Netflix, all the usual watching shows. So I'm good with that still. So give me travel tips for Myanmar and Indonesia. Never been to those places, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. So I've never been there. So, you know. But apart from all of that, fortunately for Floriana, she doesn't really give me that je ne sais quoi. So it's going to be a no for me. We come to Lizzie. Lizzie is saying, I geek out on languages, books, the subtle differences between different brands of salt and vinegar crisps. Love is Blind. So she likes to watch Love is Blind as well. I hear you with crisps and that, you know what I mean? Because there's certain ones that do the business and some ones that just don't, you know what I mean? Like literally. I don't want to name brands and all of that because literally got my first strike on Tik Tok because man was naming stuff and that. They didn't like it and I think some tartars are being shown and some bad language was said. So I got my first strike, literally like, you know what I mean, the Tinchy Strider album and that first strike. Yeah, I don't want any more of that, otherwise it's peak. TikTok's already getting shut off before anything, shut down like the Skepta song. That's all of the stuff that man's done is gone out the window. All the is looking peaky like the blinders still. But anyways, try not to do the cursing. If I do, then I'll put the blinkers on, and then you won't be able to hear it and do the all of that. So yeah, she's 34, 5'2", and she's a writer. So she does the writing thing. It's cool. You know what I mean? Just want to know if she just writes novels and now, you know what I mean? One of these like J.K. Rowling or whatever. But anyways, she says a random fact I love is Iceland has no trees because original settlers chopped them all down to make boats and then got stuck when the boats ran out. If that's a true story, she says random fact, and wow, that's deep, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But listen, you know what I mean? Could have turned to a Lord of the Ring things where some of the wood chopper man then would have come after them, you know, the trees and that, come to life and start dashing them around. But we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? If that happened, I'd have been peak. But anyways, she says we're the same type of weird if your immediate reaction to all new towns you visit and like is to decide you now want to live there and start looking for jobs. Nah, that's not me. You know what I mean? That's not me like the Skepta song. Ding, 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 ding. What do you mean? What do you mean? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that's not me. Look for a job in town, that's not me. Go to a new place, that's not me. That's not me. Yeah, so anyways. Fortunately for Lizzie, she doesn't really give me that je ne sais quoi, so it's going to be a no from me. We'll come to Iskuhi, all of that. You know what I mean? It says my simple pleasures: being in nature, feeling sunshine, working with clay, having a glass of wine, discovering new piece of music, and podcasts. Yeah, sunshine in my window, that's what you want. When the Gabrielle stuff, listen, I hear it. It's obviously winter settings outside, so it's cold outside. You're not going to really feel much sunshine in that. But, you know what I mean? Glass of wine, hair, drinking the red wine. Stay close to me. Don't let me be in love. So I hear it. You know what I mean? For me, it's got to be the sweet ones. You know what I mean? Not saying the brand names, as I said again. Try and pull man off. There's certain sites and I will start saying certain things. But anyways, she's 35. She's 5'5". She's a software engineer. She says, teach me something about your favourite hobby. Well, my favourite hobby is football. You know what I mean? Jerry likes to play football. Scored a couple of goals last week. Hoping this week man can bag again. Do you know what I mean? Currently, obviously, in our individual league, which we're doing, big up Legacy Football, I am currently lying in first place with the goals and the assists. Just one goal, same amount of assists as the other person, but I'm just ahead basically on name. So, because my name starts with R and he's a U. So, big up you, I'm an R. You know, but it is what it is there. So, listen, I'm not counting my chickens. Very, very early days. I'm just trying to see how far I can go with it, you know, before I'm on break for 2 weeks. So I'm trying to just see how much I can go, how far I can go. If I score again this week, great. If I don't, hopefully I get some assists. Hopefully I do something with my team. So that's just generally what it comes down to. Winning is the most important thing. So it's not really about individualism, but you still want to come up with numbers and names when you're playing in a certain position. So all of that, if you're like, we waffling on about football, we don't care for the people who are not into football, that's fine. But anyways, she says, this year, I really want to get better at cooking. You probably do need to. She's quite slender, if you know what I'm saying, you know. Probably need to chuck on a few of the pounds, you know, to cook properly, you know what I mean? Get some, you know, meat in that system and all sorts of ways, you know what I mean? All sorts of directions and that. But anyways, let's move on. Dirty mind, dirty thoughts and all of that. But yeah, apart from that, 40 for Iskuhi, it's going to be a no for me. We come to Shakura. Shakura says, first round is on me if it's never on me. Yeah, allow it, bruv. Allow it if it's never on me, you know. So there's one of these gal literally that, listen, I don't mind going to places and paying for you. I mean, first time dating, that, cool. But when you're trying to say it's never on you, when is it ever going to be on you? Do you know what I mean? When is it ever going to be on you? When are you going to bring, like, your bag to a date and that? If I don't see a girl bring her bag today, that's a red flag for me. That's me walking out. I don't need to see you. I'm walking away like Craig David. I'm walking away from trouble in my life. I'm walking away. Hey, hey, oh, to find a better girl. Because you ain't that one. Trust me. But anyways, she's 26, 5'4", and that's all it says there. She says, if loving this is wrong, I don't want to be right. She says, being spoiled. This already is drama queen here. Do you know what I mean? Literally. You know, I'm not talking about the dancing queen stuff like the ABBA stuff. Ding, 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 ding. You know what I mean? Na 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 na, let's salute. All of that. Do you know what I mean? Literally. You are the dancing queen. Learn it with only 17. Like, but yeah. She says, my most irrational fare, ketchup. Yeah, this definitely isn't going to work. It's a definite no for me. There's no need to go any further. Kura's going to get a firm no. Let's move on to Yasmin. Said, my simple pleasure is black coffee in the morning with a fag. She's talking about the cigarette, by the way. Again, try and lock me off for certain words. Just being careful and being conscious. Because these people, any little thing, try and do this thing with you. You know what I mean? All the little things. Try and cut man off. Do you know what I mean? Like man's getting circumcised again. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, it says hot, homely food on a cold winter's day. I hear it. She says beaches over pools any day. Listen, cold food obviously is a bit peaky still, especially with this weather out here. You know what I mean? But hot food, yes, I hear it. You know what I mean? Warms the stomach, RT meal, and all of that. I hear it. So beaches over pools, I get it. It's straight. You know what I mean? It's nice to sit on the beach, feel the rays hit you, and all of that. So yeah, man. She's 32. She's 5'1". She's a beauty therapist. What more she's saying? My greatest strengths, dry humour. It depends what type of humour you're bringing. Do you know what I mean? Because listen, if you're someone that just likes to do the humour all the time, like every single time, that's going to be a bit jarring still. I mean, jar mean annoying. People who don't speak, you know what I mean, let's say slang and that. So yeah. But anyways, she says, a life goal of mine, happiness. Like the Alexis Jordan song. True strength, I found love. In time I find myself in happiness with you. Through strength I found love. But unfortunately for Yasmin, it's going to be a no for me. We come to Kel, like Keaton and Kel. I mean, Kel loves orange soda. She does, us. Says a random fact I love is a sperm whale's testicle weighs 500 kilograms each one. That's mad. It's a mad fact to know that. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, testicles meaning balls, balls meaning round stuff meaning circular, circular meaning motion, motion meaning waves, waves meaning going with the flow means all of that. Do you know what I mean? Coming out in one. Literally just said it, but that's what it is. 150 kg is mad. I mean, that's crazy. But anyways, she's 37, she's 5'6", she's a nurse. Big up all the nurses working at the NHS and that. She geeks out on crime and murder documentaries. She said documentaries and documentaries. That's how she spelled it. But hey, listen, it is what it is. I hear it. I mean, you're not going to get everything correct. Do you know what I mean? I'm not correct. I'm not correct in here at times. So it is what it is. She says, all I ask is that you don't give me headache. Yeah, I don't want one either. Do you know what I mean? So, do you know what I mean? This light right now is not probably doing me favours, but still, you know what I mean? The show must go on like the Lupe Fiasco song. All right, already the show goes on. All right, in the morning we dream so long. Everybody ever wondered when the sun come up. All of that show goes on, yes. Unfortunately for Cal, it's going to be a no for me. Come to Victoria. Victoria's saying the way to win me over is unlimited oysters and tartare. So tartare sauce, I'm not really big on tartare sauce because I've had it before. It's a bit, it doesn't taste great. But I'm not a fan of oysters either. I've seen it in Mr. Bean, where Mr. Bean is consuming oysters and they just look horribly wrong. Do you know what I mean? So it looks like it's a taste that wouldn't go down well and it wouldn't benefit me. So I can't really dibble and dabble in oysters. So it's no on those fronts. But yeah, she's 31, 5'4", and she's a chef, pastry chef. What more she says is, my love language is cooking. So I hear that. I like to cook as well. Cooking is good. It's fun. It's nice. It's good when you're preparing foods. And you're seeing the foods come out. That's probably the most pleasant thing to eat and enjoy the food as well. So on all fronts, cooking is nice. She says, my therapist will say, I'm not the problem, it's you. Yeah, that's like the Ed Sheeran song, isn't it? You need me and I don't need you. But the therapist was probably a bit wrong on that, maybe, because maybe you have to look deep down inside yourself and all of them. But anyways, for Victoria, it's going to be a no for me. Come to Heather. Heather is saying, I'm convinced you can't beat me at a game of pool. If you can, first round is on me. I'm not bad at pool. I've played pool before, you know what I mean, my friends. It's good to go out there and experience that. I got my man Cinema Siebes and Jay Dizzle, you know what I mean. She says first round is on her, so she's probably have to be buying the pint afterwards, you know what I mean. Maybe it's a pint of obviously cider for me. I'm not a beer guy or any of these drinks like Guinness and that, so I'm a cider drinker, but I hear it. She may have to be racking up them drinks. But anyway, she's 35, 5'5", and she's a management consultant. So what she says, let's debate this topic, savoury versus sweet. Now, I'm someone who likes a lot of sweet things, sweets. You know, the song Sweet for my sweet, sugar for my honey. Yeah, generally, I'm a sweet person. Savoury, I think it depends on the day, but when you go into the cinema and you're buying popcorn, Joe, for me, I generally want sweet popcorn. Savoury doesn't really go down too well. It doesn't really hit the taste buds as much as the sweet popcorn does. So for me, it's generally usually a savoury. It's usually a sweet for me. So the way to win me over is a man who can cook and clean. I can throw down some stuff in the kitchen. You know what I mean? When I feel like I can. Do you know what I mean? Cleaning it's here and there. I'm not gonna lie, it depends on the moods and the settings and everything. If I'm not feeling 100%, then, I'm not really feeling at that point of time. But yeah, it's like the song, give me 100%, you know what I mean? So not 50-50 like Lamar's song or 50-50 like the Breads and that. But anyway, so it's gonna be a no for Heather for me. Come to the next person, which is Gigi. Gigi is saying, I go crazy for anything creative. Let's go to a class. It's 32. She's 5'8", and that's all it says. It says, I won't shut up about Leon Thomas. Now, I don't know who Leon Thomas is. Maybe he's a singer, an artist, a painter, a director. But I guess Leon Thomas is that sort of person who's out there doing all of that. So I don't know who he is. But yeah, let's move on. Since the last time I cried happy tears was at Cleo Soul's gig. It was insane. What a legend. The only song I know of Cleo Soul's is the one that she did with Da Vinci and Battery as well, which was the Riding for Love song. So, if you forgot how it goes do 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 I do 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 I do 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 do. Yeah, that. So that's probably the only song of hers I generally really know. I'm not really a listener of Cleo Soul nowadays. So, but anyways, for Gigi, it's going to be a no for me. We're coming to V. V is saying, what if I told you I'm overly competitive at board games? No, I like playing board games, you know what I mean? It depends on what board games it is. You know what I mean? Monopoly, I'm not so bad at. I mean, I can't remember the last time I've won a Monopoly game, to be honest. And when the last time I played it, I don't think I did win. So, Ludo, pretty decent at that, you know what I mean? Any other board games come to mind? No, those are the only two generally. So yeah, she's 31, she's 5'7", and that's all it says, nothing more. It says, well, get along if you like being spontaneous, love activities, traveling and thrill seeking. I'm not so much of a outdoorsy person. I don't do outdoors. I don't do nature. I'm not a fan of camping. So for me, outdoorsy stuff is not my thing. Spontaneous, I hear it. Sometimes you have to go out and about. and enjoy certain places and travel to certain places. If you had the money, then yeah, sure, do it. But settings right now is not great. But yeah, so you should not go out with me if you can't deal with sarcasm. It depends on the sarcasm you're bringing. If you're someone who just is just gonna be all the time sarcastic or say something that's just silly, then yeah, it's not gonna look great at all, is it? So for V, unfortunately for me, it's a bit too tall, isn't she? Yeah, tall. Yeah, I'm second guessing. It's gonna be a no. We come to the last person, Samara. Samara is saying, the one thing I love to know about you is your order from one of these apps. I can't say the name specifically, but it's probably like, for me, good old Morley's. Do you know what I mean? You can't go wrong with that. Cheap and cheerful if you're buying stuff on the app. It's relatively simple, fills the soul in that, chicken, chips. Do you know what I mean? So, and Morley's is really good for the people who've not tried Morley's before. I would generally say to you, it's worth a try. Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the best chicken and chips around that you can get for good, affordable prices. So yeah, Morley's for me it is. She's 26, she's 5'8", she's an accountant. What more she's saying? She said, together we can get drunk and go to an arcade. She wants to do the shaboozy stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody in the bar get tipsy. Do you know what I mean? By her. And go to an arcade. Yes, listen. That sounds like a fun day. Do you know what I mean? Going out, trying to throw things at things and completely missing when you've had a lot to drink. And yeah, man, enjoy arcade games. The feeling and the vibes, the buzz around. Feeling like LMA in the Booed Up video. Do you know what I mean? It'd be cool. So still, do you know what I mean? So I hear it. She says, my most irrational fair birds. She doesn't like the angry birds. Do you know what I mean? So listen, I know birds ain't for everyone. I think it's fair of them coming down and pecking and that. Pelicans as well, nicking pizzas and that. We've seen it before. So it's a bit crazy, but I hear it. You don't like the birds swooping down, pigeons, all of them, especially when they're starting to take them, you know, and they're starting to do a crap on you. Do you know what I mean? Because I've had a pigeon, when I walked past one time, I remember I was coming with my sister and that, and the pigeon decided to just let loose. Do you know what I mean? Let it all hang out, and all over me it went. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't pleasant at all. Do you know what I mean? I was quite young as well. I think we were going to swimming, and I had to go into the local swimming hall and get cleaned up, do you know, and wiped off. I remember the woman at the reception was laughing at me and like, it wasn't pleasant at all. Now I could laugh about it, but back then it was really traumatizing, do you know what I mean? For a young 13-year-old, you know, getting crapped on by a bird. It wasn't looking great at all, but hey, it is what it is, so, you know. But all of that for Samara, it's going to be a no for me. And that's it, guys, and that's it. Come to the end of the episode, so that's the end of this episode of Link and Ting. If you're feeling this episode, you know what to do below, all of that, you know what I mean? Appreciate you guys, you know what I mean? Found out I had a couple of new subscribers to people that's, you know, checked out the channel and subscribed to the channel, you know what I mean? Big up to you guys, and big up to you lot for following me, and new ones, old viewers, new viewers, all of you. Appreciate you guys' time. You know, I usually do it when I finish. Oh, let go.